Hello and welcome to night number 5 of the Geo Comply Remote Darts League. This is brought to you by FSB and it's great to have the support of our new sponsor Geo Comply. 16 players competing across 21 nights of play, and each day we are joined by 4 of those 16 players who then play each other. So that's 6 matches to enjoy per evening, with all of their results forming part of our Geo Comply Remote Darts League table. The top 4 of those will win through to finals night on Monday, the 8th of June. So we've had 4 nights of action so far, which means that all 16 players there have 3 results registered on our league table. And you can see that 3 players have made the perfect start with 3 wins out of 3. Justin Thompson, Paul Hogan, and the reigning Remote Darts League champion, James Richardson. Yesterday, Stacey Pace failed to register a win, but there was nothing to separate David Cameron, John O'Shea, and Jim Williams, all there with 4 points, and they each played out a draw against each other. So tonight we'll start with phase 2, players playing their 4th, 5th and 6th matches tonight, and we'll be joined by 2 players from the United States, Larry Butler and Joe Chaney. But first, we welcome back England's Lorraine Winstanley and the man who enjoyed a win and a pair of draws last night, Welshman Jim Williams. Good evening, my friends.
Good evening.
Hi, Lorraine. So Lorraine, Buxton, England, and Jim, Pristine, Wales. Jim, you took part last night, so 2 days in a row for you. As I've mentioned, the 3 gentlemen that played last night all had draws against each other. I think of the 3 of those guys, you were the one that was least impressed with your own performance. You were feeling a little more flat despite doing as well as the others.
Yeah, I think so. But reflecting on it, I think it was okay. Like I say, I've not had a chance to put a lot of practice in or anything. So, yeah, it was expected from my part. It's just disappointing sometimes when you don't play as well as you perhaps can.
Yeah, well, many people thinking you did play rather well. Now, Lorraine, from your point of view, we talked, if anyone was watching you that evening, we could both see and hear the frustration at times because you told us that practice had been going well, but it didn't quite happen for you on the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I've been practicing well. I think it was all about the pace for me, not having that person stood in front of me. So I've got to control my mind a little bit tonight and pretend Jim stood in front of me.
Have you done any work on that between the night you played and now? It was a couple of nights ago, wasn't it? You were with us.
Yeah.
What,
yeah,
pretending I was fun about?
I didn't hear that.
Would you like to repeat that for Lorraine, Jim?
I said, what have you been thinking about me stood in front of you? That's a preparation.
My opponent stood in front of me.
That's the problem. She wasn't at all, and she might do now. That's going to make it more confusing. But you're right, Lorraine, and we've spoken to so many players, both in the first Remote Darts League and again now. It is the big adjustment between playing each other and now playing separately. I mean, it's a great concept, but it is very different for the players.
Yeah, of course it is. And I thrive on support. So even if I'm surrounded by a group of people, I only have to hear one voice shouting for me, and I home in on that, and that can make all the difference. There's no crowd here. There's no voices, so it's a big thing. I think big difference.
Yeah, well, you do have a good practice partner or 2 though in the family that you can that can help you out. I'm not sure how good Natalie is, Jim, your wife, but Lorraine certainly has the benefit of a good practice partner in Dean.
Oh, I thought you meant Josie. No, Natalie's not allowed to play because we've not long plastered the wall, so she's banned from darts.
Well, Lorraine, we hope you get all of the moral support online at least, and that channels through to you. You've got 3 matches to play this evening. I think the first of your 3 opponents you'll know the best. You and Jim, of course, travel to so many tournaments together. Have you actually competed against Jim before?
Probably in mixed pairs. I don't think we've played against each other singles. Have we?
And have you paired up in mixed pairs?
Mixed triples, I
Lorraine?
think.
Jim, this isn't a quiz.
I have no idea. I don't think so. I would remember that. I would.
Okay. Well, two good friends who are about to battle it out on the hockey for the first match this evening. So we'll let you both get ready for that.
Thank you. Good luck, Jim.
Yes, good luck, Bill.
Yeah, both of our players, of course, are familiar with the world stage. Recent World Championship finalist Jim and the previous year at the Lakeside Lorraine reached the final. Both have had World Cup success for their countries. Jim, a former World Cup singles for Wales, and Lorraine, a World Cup team winner with England. But now they go head-to-head over the best of 10 legs. So that means, as we saw last night, the possibility of a 5-5 draw. It's the first player to 6 that will get 2 points upon our league table. You can see from our match graphics there that it will be Lorraine that throws first in this one. So the last practice starts there.
I'm good.
Okay, so the first leg, it's Lorraine to throw first. Game on.
$22.
$60.
$43.
$85.
$60.
$100.
$100.
$140.
$26.
Jim, you require 116.
Uh, 80. 60, 70, isn't it? 70.
80. Is it a 3 and a treble 19?
80.
80 scored.
$60.
Jim requires 36.
Game shot in one.
Definitely 36. It's game shot on the first leg to Jim Williams. Second leg, it's Jim to throw first.
$96.
$140.
40.
$60.
100.
100.
125.
24.
Jim, you require 140.
100.
59.
Jim requires 40.
30.
30 scored. Lorraine requires 118.
80.
Jim, you require 10.
6.
Lorraine, you require 38.
Yep. Second dart.
Game shot on the second leg to Lorraine Winstanley. Finds the double 19. Third leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$81.
120.
41.
137. 6. 136.
136 the score.
83.
100.
60.
Jim requires 145.
41.
100.
Jim requires 104.
34.
44 scored there. Lorraine requires 136.
$80.
Jim, you require 60.
Game shot in 2.
It is the third leg to Jim Williams. Fourth leg, Jim to throw first.
$60.
$83.
$92.
$140.
$177.
$96.
$132.
$82.
Jim, you require 40.
Yeah, game shot in 2.
Yeah, the fourth leg goes to Jim, a 177 along the way there. Fifth leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$60.
$125.
$140.
$136.
That's two treble 19s there, Jim.
Yeah.
134.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, 134.
$100.
$140.
$41.
Jim, you require 102.
$70.
Lorraine requires 160.
100.
Jim, you require 32.
Game shot in 1.
Yeah, the 5th leg to Jim Williams. 6th leg, it's Jim to throw first.
$140.
60.
$58.
7.
97.
77.
140.
83.
Jim, you require 66.
Um, 46.
41.
Jim, you require 20.
Game shot.
It's in there. The 6th leg goes to Jim Williams. 7th leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$55.
41.
180.
The first of the match goes to Lorraine.
$123.
60.
55.
83.
100.
Lorraine requires 123.
46 left.
77.
Yes.
$100.
Lorraine requires 46.
$14.
Jim requires 82.
$42.
Lorraine requires 32.
Yep, into.
Yeah, game shot on the 7th leg to Lorraine Winstanley. That slip into the 4 didn't work out too badly. So the 8th leg, it's Jim to throw first.
$180.
Jim's first 180 of the match.
$100.
$120.
$62.
I could have got the double 12 as well. It's 84 left, isn't it?
84 left.
Uh, 137.
$97.
Jim, you require 64.
$32.
$85.
Jim, you require 32.
Yeah, game shot.
Yeah, an excellent leg of darts to win it there for Jim Williams. A 13 darter with 1 on the floor. It is game shot on the match to Jim Williams. 6 legs to 2. Jim, feeling a little bit more positive after that one?
Yeah.
You could sound a little bit more convincing, Jim, please.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, that was good. I had a good spell there in the middle. I think we both struggled the first 2 legs, didn't we, a little bit? And then,
Yeah.
I think we both picked up a bit after that.
Yeah, and for you, Lorraine, I mean, result aside, are you feeling more positives after that one?
Yeah, I've got some snatchy darts going on, but I felt a lot more comfortable than I did the other night. So hopefully it's the first one of tonight out of the way. So
yeah. So now for you, it's more about putting the darts right rather than anything outside of it, the conditions or anything else.
Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly moments and level on the 180s there. Jim, we nearly had a great moment in the last leg, and you've been challenging 9 dart finishes throughout this remote darts league, but there we actually saw 8 perfect darts from you, but one of them sadly fell out.
Yeah, just before the lockdown here, I was hitting them quite regular. Like, it's just funny. I think it becomes a habit sometimes, but yeah. So, sometimes you just
Terrible habit to have.
What a shame. I wish I had that one. Lorraine, one game off for you, then you return to play Larry Butler. You've got two American opponents for both of you this evening. So Larry Butler, very experienced campaigner.
Larry's a legend. Although I did call him that, and he said, "Is not legend another word for old?" And I was like, no, not at all.
Oh, maybe we'll mention that later. And Jim, you're back up in our fourth match, taking on Joe Chaney, a man I'm sure you know very well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, we played each other in the World Trophy this year. It's the only time we've played each other. But yeah, I've got to know him a little bit lately, and yeah, he's a top guy. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you both a bit later on. So well done, Jim. Commiserations, Lorraine. But you're both back in action later this evening.
Thank you. Well done, Jim.
Thank you. Well done, Gil. Cheers, Rich. Legend.
Thanks.
Thank
Rich.
you. And coming up, does that mean old? Legend? Anyway, coming up next, we have two American players, as we've mentioned, Joe Chaney and the legend, Larry Butler. Welcome back to the GeoComply Remote Darts League, and it's time for us, based here in the UK production-wise, to go stateside and meet our friends from Ohio and Tennessee. We have the Eagle, Larry Butler, taking on Chainsaw, Joe Chaney. So let's see if we can bring the two guys into shot and meet and greet them.
Hello, Richard.
There they are. Now, I know these gentlemen fairly well, but I'm sure you guys know each other very well indeed, travelling the circuit together.
Yes, we crossed each other a few times together. We played head to head. We've got a lot of experience playing each other.
Yeah, yep. I mean, ranking finals alone, Larry, you've met on quite a few occasions.
Yes, quite a few.
Have you ever played online before? Of course, you've been involved, haven't you, with an event recently? So did you clash in that format?
Yeah, Joe, I'm looking to get even is what I knew that was coming.
We have the result there then. Thank you. I was going to ask who won.
That's kind of Larry and mine's deal is, we're about to play each other again, and we'll try to remember who won the last time. Be like, well, okay, well, it's my turn this time.
So I suppose in American terms, you're fairly local to each other, aren't you?
It's about a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, that's local. 7-hour drive.
It is kind of local here.
Yeah, Larry north of Joe. Yeah, Ohio's north of Tennessee. So you're both in the same time zone. So 5 hours behind us, I believe. So coming up to 5 p.m. Not too bad at all.
Right. Not bad at all.
So looking back at our Remote Darts League so far, Larry, you were involved on opening night. Sort of mixed reviews from you there, but played out a great draw against Richard Venstra.
Yeah, Richard was a little too much for me, though.
Oh, you fought your way back into it, didn't you?
James, not Richard. James was a little too much for me.
James was, yes. The defending champion, of course, so that was a tough start for you. But I know you were happy getting back to that draw with Richard, so that was good stuff from you. And Joe, you opened up taking on Paul Hogan, who reached the final, so another difficult match for you, but picked up 2 other wins aside of that.
Yeah, I got a good start on Paul, and maybe got a little distracted myself. Started missing, couldn't find the triples. Paul really turned it on and come back, got me in the end. Then I played Darren Harawini and Laura Turner.
Yeah, so this is a great thing about the Remote Darts League, that you're going to be playing players from all over the world, but here we go, an American clash here. So let's get it on. We're really looking forward to this one.
All right, Richard.
All right.
Okay, Joe. So the format, I can keep reminding you, but you may have just joined us. So it is the best of 10 legs. First 6, or will we see a 5-5 draw? Who knows? Our starting player will be the man from Ohio, Larry Butler, the former world match play champion.
You all set, Richard?
All set.
Yep, if everybody's good, then it's going to be Larry to throw first.
Shoot well, Larry.
Shoot well, Joseph. $82.
$100.
$140.
$81.
$45.
$100.
58. $53. $136.
Joe requires 167.
$121.
Larry requires 40.
First start.
It's game shot. The first leg, Larry Butler. Second leg, Joe to throw first.
$140. $60. $85. $180.
It's the first 180 of the match for Butler.
$60. $85. $140. $56.
Joe requires 76.
$40.
Larry, you require 120.
Third dart.
Yeah, very well constructed. Shanghai shot there. The single, the treble, and the double. 2-0 to Larry Butler. Third leg, Larry to throw first.
$140. $58. $60. $140. $180.
180, number 2 for Larry.
$85.
Larry, you require 121.
$81.
Yep.
$100.
Larry, you require 40.
Oh boy. Third dart.
Well, he opted for the 5, 3, and double 16 route, but it's the third leg to Larry Butler. Fourth leg, Joe to throw first.
$80. 40. $100. $100. $57. $121. $75. $100. $100.
Larry, you require 140.
$100.
Joe, you require 89.
$79.
Larry, you require 40.
$20.
Joe, you require 10.
First round.
Yeah, the fourth leg goes to Joe Chaney. Fifth leg, Larry to throw first.
$85. $100. $180.
Third 180 for Larry Butler.
$60. $45. The maximum.
He's found the 180, the first for Joe.
$55.
Joe, you require 161.
$125.
Larry, you require 136.
$55.
Joe, you require 36.
Zero score.
No score. Larry, you require 81.
Third dart.
It's in the bullseye. It's the fifth leg to Larry Butler. Sixth leg, Joe to throw first.
$57. $100. $95. $180.
It's number 4 for Butler.
$70. $81. $100.
Larry, you require 140.
Wow. 67. $99.
Larry, you require 73.
Oh, jeez. 33.
Joe, you require 80.
$60.
Oh, Larry, you require 40.
Secondary.
Well, they both found the double top, but it was Joe that needed 2. It's the sixth leg to Larry Butler. Seventh leg, Larry to throw first.
$140. $95. $41. $85. $45. $85. $140. $58.
Larry, you require 135.
$95. $94.
Larry, you require 40.
$5 left.
35, so Joe requires 84.
59?
Yeah, just outside 59 score. So, Larry, you require 5.
Second dart.
It's game shot and the match to Larry Butler. Oh, well done there, Larry.
Thank you, Richard.
You must be very happy with your performance there. Great scoring, in particular, the 4 180s.
Well, it was my turn.
Okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Well, it's been Joe's turn too many times lately.
Yeah. Maybe it was a little close there early on. I had a couple darts at 2 legs there on the doubles. 3 clear darts, and you miss them, and he's going to make you pay.
Absolutely.
That's the name of the game. You got to hit the doubles to get a win.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. I mean, the key thing is Larry blistered away 3-0 up.
Yeah.
You looked on the brink of getting back to 3-2, and it would have been your darts in the 6th. I think you missed 3 at 36.
Yeah.
The key moment was Larry pinning that bullseye for the 81 checkout to go 4-1.
The thing of it is, I didn't hit as many 180s against Joe tonight as he hit against me a week ago.
Well, that's what's kind of crazy. I've been killing a bunch of 180s lately, and I think I caught one in this match. 180s won't win a leg, though. They sure do help.
Well, they certainly helped Larry tonight, and your finishing overall, Larry, was solid. The 120 out, very, very nicely done. And it sets you up nicely. You're actually going to stay with us, Larry. You don't go too far because you're going to be playing Lorraine Winstanley next.
Okay. Now I'm nervous.
Hey, Richard.
Joe.
Hey, Richard. Can I give a shout out?
Of course you can.
They give a shout out to Whitwell, Tennessee. That's right next to Grootley Logger. But my brother, Ray, Barbara, Charity, and little Charlie are all over there watching. I just want to say hey to them.
Absolutely brilliant. And the good news for them is they're going to see you again this evening. You're going to be taking on Gin Williams in our 4th match. So we see both of you later on this evening. Well played, gents. Yes, and our next match, as I've mentioned, Larry Butler sticks around and he'll be taking on England's Lorraine Winstanley. Yes, it's the Geo Comply Remote Darts League, and we continue to enjoy matches stateside here. And it's going to be Lorraine Winstanley from Buxton in Derbyshire that's the opponent for our man in Ohio, Larry Butler, this time around. So hello once again, Larry.
Hello, Richard.
Now, Larry, I don't mind telling you that Lorraine billed you as a legend earlier on. How do you respond to that?
Oh, I'm quite honored. I mean, when I took off about 10 years, and when I came back, Dean was like one of the top players in the world there, and I enjoyed watching him. I enjoyed watching Lorraine. And by the way, Lorraine, Timmy Nichols said to say hi.
Oh, bless him. Hi, Timmy.
Well, Lorraine, you said hello to Timmy. What about hello to Larry?
Hi, Larry. Legend.
Hi, Lorraine.
And I don't mean old.
So in terms of tournament play, I'm very doubtful that you two have clashed, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
I don't remember that. I know she has played Timmy before, though.
I gave him a bit of a scare.
She did.
Well,
He
Lorraine,
wouldn't stop talking about it.
well, hopefully that from your point of view, that's what you're looking to do here now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, Lorraine, all joking aside, we know you as a very competitive player, a prolific tournament winner. Knowing you haven't come here to the Remote Darts League to make up the numbers, have you?
I haven't, and I'm not struggling, but I'm obviously a people person, and I'm struggling with no people.
Whereas Larry seems to be adapting pretty well to the conditions here. Another good win in that last match, Larry, so looking to carry that forward throughout the night.
I'm hopeful.
Well, the 180s
Still
are going well.
Tough competitors in the way, though.
Indeed. So let's get this match on. Match number 3 of the evening.
All right. Cheers.
Good luck, Larry.
Good luck, Lorraine.
So yes, the first to 6 will pick up the win. 10 legs potentially to be played here. We'll let the players have their practice starts. We always mention, of course, Larry Butler, the first winner of the World Match Play back in 1994. But some 20-odd years later, he came back and reached the World Masters final. The World Masters, something that Lorraine knows all about because she was a champion in the ladies' event a couple of years after Larry. In 2017 was Lorraine's win. That followed Larry's runner-up spot in 2015. So both with plenty of pedigree, as we know. Larry, it's going to be your darts as we begin.
Okay. All the best, Lorraine.
Good luck, Larry.
So the first leg, it's Larry to throw first.
$135.
$43.
Oh, jeez. How about 35?
$24.
$60.
$7.
$140.
$95.
Larry, you require 131.
$56.
55, I think there, Larry.
You're right, 55, my bad.
Yep.
$83.
Larry, you require 76.
Oh, jeez. $52.
$60.
Larry requires 24.
Second dart.
Well, a couple of doubles in that leg for Larry, but it's the double six that counts. 1-0. Second leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$121.
$180.
The first of this match goes to Larry Butler.
$100.
$60.
$83.
$140.
$97.
Larry requires 121.
Third dart.
Yeah, excellent checkout. The 1-2-1, treble 20, treble 11, double 14. Second leg goes to Larry Butler. Third leg, Larry to throw first.
$140.
$41.
$100.
$24.
$100.
$59.
Yeah, the treble 759. Larry on 161.
$85.
$95.
Larry, you require 76.
$56.
66.
Larry on 20.
First dirt.
Game shot, the third leg, Larry Butler. Fourth leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$81.
$122.
$100.
$140.
$43.
$140.
$137.
Larry requires 99.
Ah, geez. 79.
Lorraine requires 140.
$45.
Larry, you require 20.
Oh, come on, Larry. Third dirt.
Well, the dart listened. It's the fourth leg to Larry Butler. Finds the double five. The fifth leg, it's Larry to throw first.
So 100.
$140.
$60.
$43.
$140.
$100.
$100.
$81.
Larry, you require 101.
$60.
Lorraine, you require 137.
$59.
Larry, you require 41.
Yeah. 33.
Lorraine, you require 78.
$58.
Larry, you require 8.
Third dart.
It's there. I thought Lorraine was going to say game shot on that double top, but it's Larry that finds the double and the 5th leg. 6th leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$121.
$121.
$177.
Great visit there from Lorraine Winstanley.
$180.
And a great reply from Larry Butler, his second 180.
$81.
$100.
Lorraine, you require 122.
$33 left.
It's what left, sorry?
33.
What's that in there?
No, sorry, 37 left.
Yeah, I was going to say 85
Sorry.
scored. No problem. 85 scored. And Larry requires 100.
Third dart.
Well, he's gone the double route, the double 5 for the double 15. And it's game shot. And the match to Larry Butler. Well. Larry, I must say, you're looking really solid this evening. Good scoring, excellent finishing. I'm sure you're delighted.
Yeah, I am. I played a friend of mine from Massachusetts, Jeff Roy, last night, and I felt like I got a bit of form, and it's carrying over for tonight a little bit.
Yeah,
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I'm sure Lorraine's not thanking him, that's for sure. But
Well,
Lorraine,
he certainly had a couple of chances there. I mean, she could have made it a lot closer.
absolutely. I
was shocked that she missed, actually.
Yeah, there were a couple of chances. Certainly, I think the leg, Lorraine, where you'd scored so well, I think you were on a 2-darter after 12 darts, and Larry had that brilliant 12-darter himself with a 1-2-1. That really hurt, yeah.
What really hurt was the 180 after I'd hit the 177.
No,
I can't get away from him.
Exactly.
I was surprised about that too, Lorraine.
Yeah, it was a glory moment for Lorraine there, Larry, and then you absolutely ruined
it. Just stole it away.
But hey, Lorraine, I don't want to mention it because I know it's frustrating you. We can hear again in the voice. You are literally a wire away on that single 1 or treble 1 sometimes.
I am loving that treble 1, aren't I?
It looks...
I just can't seem to escape it.
For us, we're looking and expecting you to say 140 and you say 83, or say it really is a fraction. But
I know it's not really a bad dart, but it is, if you know what I mean. It's fraction away, but if it's not in, it's not in, is it? So
I will say that the way you were getting better every leg, I'm glad that we stopped at 6.
I could have done with starting at like 4.
Yeah, and again, I thought the 78 checkout. I was ready to say the leg to you. We thought it was in, but
I know. I thought it was going to go, and it was just under the top. So
Well-
you've got to take your chances when you get them, haven't you?
Well, Lorraine, you do have the chance to put things right this evening. You're going to take on Joe Chaney the game after next. And Larry, you're going to return for our final game of the session against Jim Williams. So we look forward to seeing you both later on this evening.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Well done, Larry.
Thank you, Lorraine. Unlucky.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah, goodbye for now. And the next game that we bring to our respective Ockies is Joe Chaney of Tennessee versus Jim Williams of Wales. Well, we've reached the halfway point of our 5th night of the Geo Comply Remote Darts League, and all of the relevant technology is fired up and ready for this, our 4th game of the evening. So over in Tennessee, we welcome back Joe Chaney, and over the Welsh border, we say hello once again to Jim Williams.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Jim.
Hey, Joe, lad.
Now, I'm not sure which one of you want to start, but there's one match that sticks in the memory, and it was last year at the World Trophy in Preston, a quarter-final match, went right down to the wire. Joe, your memories of that one against Jim?
Yeah, the whole tournament, actually, that's where I got my first TV win. Willem Mandiggers and Gary Robson, and then played Jim. Though I don't remember exactly the details of mine and Jim's match, it seems like he got ahead of me, and I staged a comeback and then lost the decider 6-5.
Any memories yourself of that, Jim?
I remember it well, yeah. I think I went 5-0 up, and then I went to the bar for 20 minutes, and Joe got it back to 5-all, and then I managed to win the last leg.
Incredible. And it proved absolutely pivotal, Jim, because who went on to win the title?
What, did Joe win that one?
You did.
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Yes, he did.
He wanted us to say it, Joe, you see. Well, Joe, wouldn't you know it, this format is actually the first of 6, so could be a little bit of revenge online here this evening.
Absolutely.
Come on, then, let's go. Come on, Joe.
As Jim says, let's get it on.
Let's get it on. She will, Jim. Thanks,
Sounds
Richard.
so much better in your accent, Joe. Let's get it on. Yeah, Jim is the reigning World Trophy champion. Sorry to mention it, Joe. But Joe, with plenty of pedigree himself, multiple ranking titles in the USA. He was actually a Las Vegas Open champion a few years ago. A World Cup representative, just like Jim, for their respective countries of USA and Wales. When we get this best of 10 leg encounter underway, it will be Joe that has the darts in this one.
I'm all set.
Okay, Joe. You're throwing first. Game on.
All the best, Jim.
All the best, buddy.
$100.
$180.
What a start for Jim Williams.
$83.
$140.
$100.
$105.
$140.
Jim requires 76.
$60.
Joe requires 78.
$68.
Oh, great recovery with a treble 18, but misses the double. Jim, you require 16.
Yeah, game shot.
Yeah, good leg there. Jim takes the first leg. Second leg, Jim to throw first.
60.
100.
60.
140.
46.
100.
140.
Joe requires 161.
43.
55.
Joe requires 118.
3rd dart.
Yes, he wanted a single 18, but hit the double, adjusted brilliantly for the double 11, a 118 checkout for the second leg, Joe Chaney. Third leg, it's Joe to throw first.
The maximum.
It's 180 to Joe Chaney.
40.
100.
60.
57.
115.
Joe requires 164.
60, 79. 85. 124.
Great visit there to leave tops.
97.
Joe, you require 40.
'No score.
What was that?
No score there for Joe.
$95.
Joe requires 40.
20.
Jim requires 94.
One left there, it's 22.
Is it 25 and treble 19?
Yeah.
It leaves 12.
No, 6 less then.
So 88. Joe, you require 20. Jim, you require 6.
No score.
Joe requires 5.
Yeah, second mark.
We got there in the end. The third leg to Joe Chaney. Fourth leg, Jim to throw first.
$45.
58.
$85.
60.
60.
43.
59.
100.
100.
121.
Jim requires 152.
85.
Joe requires 119.
27, 25. 87.
Jim, you require 67.
27.
Joe requires 32.
First mark.
It's game shot. And the fourth leg to Joe Chaney. Fifth leg, it's Joe to throw first.
$60.
57.
140.
60.
100.
100. 96.
$60.
68.
Joe requires 141.
105.
140.
Joe requires 36.
Yeah, first start.
It is the fifth leg to Joe Chaney. Sixth leg, Jim to throw first.
$100.
30.
41.
53.
59.
39.
97.
57.
100.
92.
Jim, you require 104.
56.
1, 2, 3.
Jim requires 48.
32.
Joe, you require 107.
Second dart.
Oh, what a check out there. 107 in 2 darts for treble 19 and bull to take the sixth leg, Joe Chaney. Cheeky. Seventh leg, Joe to throw first.
$60.
100.
95.
140.
94.
140.
85.
Jim, you require 121.
Uh, 38, 53.
Joe on 167. Jim, you require 68.
Yeah, game shot.
Yeah, he's found it. Recovered after the single one, treble 17 and double 8 to take the 7th leg, Jim Williams. 8th leg, Jim to throw first.
$100.
$93.
$100.
$60.
$140.
$100.
Jim, you require 161.
$51.
$57.
Jim, you require 110.
$25.
$133.
Jim, you require 85.
$25 left.
60. Joe, you require 58.
Yeah, third dart.
It's game shot. And the match to Joe Chaney. Well, an entertaining match for the neutrals there. I'm not sure Jim would quite agree. Jim, you've been talking about your form in general. That is actually your first defeat in the Remote Darts League 2. But is that the sort of thing you were talking about, not quite finding your form? That wasn't the sort of game we've seen from you previously.
Yeah, it's just concentrating, to be honest. I don't know. It's a bit embarrassing, that one, to be fair. There we are. It was coming, I think.
Maybe from your very high standards. What could have been a key leg was actually one of those really early on where both of you were missing a lot of doubles and Joe just nicked it, I think, the third leg. And maybe that goes in and the match is completely different.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's just concentrating in it. Like it's a bit of a circus here sometimes. So that's what you got to put up with for playing at home, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. Well, tell us about before we speak to Joe. Just tell us about the situation there, Jim. How old's your baby now?
He's just over 8 months old.
So yeah, so he's not going to keep quiet while you're playing darts necessarily.
Oh no, he's shouting his support there. He's cheering me on, bless him. And the dog is, and Natalie is.
Well, you'll need their support because you are going to be up for one more game later on. You take on Larry Butler in a couple of games' time, another American, but I'm sure you'll give credit, especially to the finishing there of Joe.
Joe's a great player, yeah. Yeah, he's a lovely guy as well. And yeah, he beat me fair and square, and it's probably not going to be the first time.
Well, Joe, we've kept you patiently waiting there, but I'm sure you're delighted. Some really quirky finishes there. I like the 118 early on. You wanted the single 18 and found yourself hitting the double 18 to leave double 11. That went in very clean.
Yeah, that's when knowing your math really helps you when you make a dumb shot like that, and then able to compute the math rather quickly keeps you focused. Which, you see a lot of people get down there low and they're having to, and I'm not saying necessarily on the remote dart league, but people in general, they get down to that out and they miss a dart and it takes them a few minutes, or not minutes, but rather longer to compute the math to get focused back in on the double. So as bad as that double 18 was, the math was, relatively quick, and I jumped right into the double 11.
Well, the message from Joe there is you do the math. Joe certainly did. Now, tell us about that 107. That's one of my favourite shots that we've seen throughout the Remote Darts League. Only 2 darts to check it out, the treble 19 and bull.
Well, you like the 19 on that shot anyways, because, the 7 or the 3, if you miss left or right, still leaves you an out. And, I go with my gut a lot of times. On a 110, a lot of times, for some reason, if I trip the 20 with the first dart, I go straight to the double bull. The 107, it's kind of the same way. Sometimes, if you've got a big lead, it doesn't really matter. And then I find myself, even when I don't have a lead, doing it the same way. So I just try to trust the gut. You said something the other day when I shot the 78, the triple 20 double 9, and just whatever my gut's telling me I'm going to hit, I try to go with it.
Well, it's working for you. I think there's a small fire there at Jim Williams' place. So we just saw a flume there. So we better let you both get off because we have 2 more matches to play. And Joe, you're not going anywhere. You're back to take on Lorraine Winstanley. Jim, we'll see you later on for Larry Butler. I don't know what that was from Jim. He doesn't even smoke. Anyway, we're going to see both players later on. Joe's coming back very shortly to meet Lorraine Winstanley. welcome back to the Geo Comply Remote Darts League. It's match number 5 on. So we've seen these players before this evening, but we welcome back the man from Tennessee. Just registered a win 6-2 over Jim Williams. Chaney is back. And also returning is England's own Lorraine Winstanley. Good evening once again.
Hello
Good
again.
evening, Richard. Good evening, Lorraine.
Hi, Joe.
Now, Joe, I'm sorry that I had to cut you off in your prime there because I really could listen to your accent all evening long in that previous match. But we do have more darts to play, and this time you're taking on Lorraine. Is this a first for you?
Yes, sir. I've watched her play a lot, never played against her.
Looking forward to this one,
the
Lorraine?
night, Joe.
Tonight's the night. Just going to break into Rod Stewart there. Now, Lorraine, again, always smiling. That's always nice to see. But tough task ahead, of course.
Of course. There's no easy games at all. So every game you've just got to take as it comes.
Wise words. Now we won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's get this one underway.
Okay. Thank you.
All the best, Lorraine. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you both. So we'll let them have a few warm-up darts as always. And a reminder while they're having those warm-up darts, just to keep checking on all things social media with the Remote Darts League, the Twitter handle, the Facebook page, and of course the website, remotedartsleague.com. There is a Play a Pro promo on there. Said that correctly for once. And it is your chance, anyone watching, you could be playing one of our players remotely at the end of Remote Darts League 2. You could be involved as well, so do get involved with us there. So the warm-up darts seem to be just about over. So in this one, it's going to be Joe to throw first.
All the best.
Good luck, Joe.
Game on.
$100.
$60.
$95.
$140.
$100.
$100.
$85.
$100.
Joe requires 121.
$96.
Lorraine, you require 101.
$41.
Joe, you require 25.
Bust.
No score hits the double 13. So Lorraine requires 60.
Yep, third dart.
Well, both players hitting unintentional doubles, but Lorraine finds the correct one, the double 10, to take the first leg. Second leg, Lorraine to throw first.
121.
100.
60.
'The maximum.
It's 180 for Joe Chaney.
41.
125.
59.
Joe, you require 96.
56.
41.
Joe, you require 40.
Yeah, first shot.
So the second leg goes to Joe Chaney. Third leg, Joe to throw first.
$60.
43.
85.
140.
100.
60.
'The maximum.
It's a second 180 for Joe.
100.
Joe, you require 76.
Yeah, 2 darts.
Yeah, 5 perfect darts there to end the leg for Joe Chaney. Third leg, and the fourth leg, it's Lorraine to throw first.
$41.
81.
140.
75.
121. 41.
Lorraine requires 158.
$98.
Joe, you require 150.
$110.
Lorraine, you require 60.
$20.
Joe, you require 40.
Second leg.
Yeah, finds the double 10 to take the fourth leg. Joe Chaney. Fifth leg, Joe to throw first.
$85.
$83.
$41.
$24.
$60.
$100.
$92.
$138.
$81.
Lorraine requires 156.
$60.
Joe requires 142.
$76.
Lorraine, you require 96.
$19 left.
77. Joe, you require 66.
$46.
Lorraine requires 19.
No score.
No score there, so Joe requires 20.
$10.
10 scored, so back to Lorraine on 19.
Yeah, second dart.
Yeah, the 3 and double 8 this time for the fifth leg to Lorraine Winstanley, and sixth leg it's Lorraine to throw first.
81.
100.
100.
140.
100.
85.
60.
140.
Lorraine requires 160.
100.
Joe, you require 36.
Yeah, first start.
Yes, the sixth leg, Joe Chaney. Seventh leg, Joe to throw first.
$57.
83.
58.
30.
140.
100.
140.
60.
Joe requires 106.
49.
58.
Joe requires 57.
41.
Lorraine requires 170.
7.
Joe, you require 16.
'Bust. No score.
No score. 0 scored.
97.
97. So Joe back to 16.
Yeah, first start.
Yes, game shot. And the 7th leg goes to Joe Chaney. 8th leg, Lorraine to throw first.
$140.
57.
136.
Yep, great darts again.
94.
100.
100.
Lorraine requires 125.
105.
Is that in the 10, the second one?
Yeah.
Yep, 105 it is.
$100.
So Lorraine requires 20.
16.
Joe requires 150.
46.
Lorraine requires 4.
Yeah, third dot.
Yes, the 8th leg goes to Lorraine Winstanley. 9th leg, Joe to throw first.
43.
81.
96.
140.
42.
100.
32.
138.
85.
Lorraine requires 42.
26.
81.
Lorraine requires 16.
Yeah, third dart.
Game shot and the 9th leg to Lorraine Winstanley. So the 10th and final leg, it's Lorraine to throw first.
$100.
140.
43.
60.
100.
58.
43.
92.
100.
Joe, you require 151.
60, 78. 73. 97.
Lorraine requires 115.
75.
Joe, you require 54.
18.
Lorraine, you require 40.
35.
Joe, you require 36.
Yeah, first start.
It's game shot and the match to Joe Chaney. Well, well, well. What a game that was.
I got all excited at the end then.
Well, I think everybody watching did, Lorraine. You were 5-2 down. Had 4 darts to make it a draw. Tremendous fight back. Great character. It's the Lorraine we know, that the never say die attitude for sure.
I have to say that is the most comfortable I've felt in all the games that I've played. So
Must be your opponent.
thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Lorraine. That was a fun match.
Well done, well played.
Well, Lorraine, let's get a Chaney reaction to that, because you were well and clear. And did you, be honest, Joe, is there part of your mind that thinks, I've just got to keep on, this is done, or were you conscious of the comeback?
Well, you kind of feel like, you've got to win one more leg, and no matter who I'm playing, if we've got 4 more legs to go, you're going to start 2, I'm going to start 2. I feel like I'm going to win one of those eventually. So yeah, I think, you naturally get that comfort that you're going to start 2 legs for the win, and against anyone. So yeah, maybe in the back of my head, I was pretty comfortable I was going to get the win. But
and then suddenly it's 5-4. Suddenly it's 5-4. And Lorraine has the darts in the last leg, and Lorraine, especially the first dart at that 1-1-5, that first dart at tops. I mean, again, I'm ready for the game shot, and that's it.
And it was really close as well.
I know. Hey, Joe, overall, you started with a defeat, a good night's work after that. Wins over Jim or win over Lorraine puts you in good stead. We're going to see you again in 5 days' time, Joe. We'll see you again on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Can I give a shout out?
One more, quick.
Sandy, she's still at work. And the Whitby girls over in Whitby, England. Hello.
What a lovely shout out. I think we all say hello to the Whitby girls in England, don't we, Lorraine?
I think we do, yeah.
Lorraine, I think this is now going to come as bad news because you just said you were finding your feet and now you've got a long break, haven't you? We don't see you until Saturday week, 8 days.
I know. Plenty of time to practice.
But we will look forward to it. You're going to play some of the big names, John O'Shea, James Richardson, Darren Herowini. It's going to be a great evening for you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, bring the form of that last game in and we'll look forward to it as well. Joe, well done. Lorraine, encouraging signs.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. Good luck this evening.
And we'll be back with one more match for you. It is the return of Jim Williams and Larry Butler. Well, we shall keep you waiting no longer. This is our final match on night number 5 of the Geo Comply Remote Darts League. And a nice one to end the evening for sure. Larry Butler over there in Ohio, facing the man from Wales. He is Welsh, Jim Williams.
Hello.
Hello, Richard.
Hello. Now, Larry, the nice time of day for you now, just coming up to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Very nice.
whereas for Jim, he almost feels like he's playing with jet lag, playing at near midnight over in Wales. No, that's a great thing for you actually, Larry. We're going to have all sorts of time zones across the Remote Darts League, and this is a very nice time, early evening, to be playing your best darts.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I think it's a real good time for the U.S.
Jim, you are going to have to get accustomed to these late nights once again, my friend, and you did do that during Remote Darts League number 1. You made it through to finals night, so business head on, and here we go again.
Yeah. I need to pull my finger out now a little bit. I think I need some points on the table. So let's hope it starts now.
Well, absolutely. We're looking forward to this. So let's get you both warmed up and ready for our final game.
All right.
While the players are throwing some practice starts, I'll run you through the evening. Both Jim and Larry started with wins. Jim over Lorraine Winstanley, Larry over Joe Chaney. We've also seen Larry defeat Lorraine. We've seen Joe Chaney defeat Jim. And then we've just enjoyed a 10-leg thriller at the end there. Joe Chaney just coming out the winner against Lorraine by 6 legs to 4. Once this match is complete, we'll take a look at how the Remote Darts League stands at the end of day 5. And in our final match of the evening, it will be Jim that throws first. Don't tease us with the league table now. We'll wait until after the players are ready. Just to show at any moment we can do whatever we like. So Jim, you are throwing first.
Okay, good luck, Larry.
Good luck, Jim.
Game on.
$96.
$100.
$140.
$100.
$125.
$58.
Jim requires 140.
$120.
$180.
And Jim requires 20.
$10.
10 scored, so Larry requires 63.
Third dart.
Yeah, what a steal from Larry. A 180 and a 63 checkout to take the first leg. Second leg, it's Larry to throw first.
$60.
$43.
100.
100.
97.
140.
100.
100.
Larry requires 144.
58.
Jim requires 118.
58.
Larry, you require 86.
Oh, geez. Third dirt.
Yeah, recovers the treble 1, but treble 17 and double 16 takes the second leg for Larry Butler. Third leg, Jim to throw first.
60.
80, 85.
47.
84.
40.
140.
96.
100.
140.
Larry requires 92.
Third dart.
Well, great combinations here. The 20, treble 16 and double 12 for Larry Butler. Third leg taken. Fourth leg, it's Larry to throw first.
57.
46.
55.
100.
135.
60.
100.
140.
Larry requires 154.
122.
Jim, you require 155.
Game shot.
That's
Great.
a marvellous check out there. Larry on 32 and Jim takes the 155.
Nice out, Jim.
Fifth leg, Jim to throw first.
$97.
100.
45.
140.
100.
95.
59.
85.
96.
Larry requires 81.
41.
Jim, you require 104.
84.
Larry, you require 40.
2nd art.
Yeah, clean finishing again from Larry Butler to take the fifth leg. Sixth leg, it's Larry to throw first.
$81.
81.
60.
180.
Yeah, the maximum, one apiece in this match now.
$95.
140.
95.
Jim requires 100.
80.
Larry requires 170.
60.
Jim requires 20.
Yeah, game shot.
It is indeed the sixth leg to Jim Williams. Seventh leg is Jim to throw first.
$140.
140.
140.
57.
180.
A second in the match for Jim Williams. What a leg.
Uh, 83.
Jim requires 41.
31.
100.
Jim requires 10.
'Game shot in 2.
Yes, it's there in that double five for the seventh leg. Eighth leg, it's Larry to throw first.
$45.
60.
57.
125.
100.
58.
85.
134.
$138.
Jim requires 124.
84.
Larry, you require 76.
$36.
Jim, you require 40.
$30.
Larry, you require 40.
First start.
It is indeed. It is the 8th leg to Larry Butler. 9th leg, Jim to throw first.
100.
100.
180.
It's 180, number 3 for Williams.
123.
60.
60.
Jim, you require 161.
40.
100.
Jim requires 121.
97.
Larry, you require 118.
Oh, you didn't. Jeez. 78.
Jim, you require 24.
'Game shot in 3.
Yes, it's the 9th leg to Jim Williams, so the final game, and it's the final leg. Larry to throw first.
Uh, 85.
59.
100.
140.
$59.
$58.
$81.
$40.
$125.
$100.
Larry requires 51.
$43.
Jim requires 104.
Yeah, game shot in 3.
It is indeed, to take the 10th leg for Jim Williams, a 5-5 draw.
Good hit, Jim.
Larry boy.
Well, where do you start? So let's go right to the beginning then. Larry, you were stealing every leg there at the start. Beautiful combination finishes, 63, 86, 92, 3 out of 3 on the doubles. The fourth leg...
I had to hit one.
Well, you were hitting them cleaner. In the fourth leg, you left 32. Jim looks out of the game and takes out that 155. One of the shots of the whole tournament there, Jim.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 155 turned the whole thing around.
Indeed, it did.
Yeah.
So, but from there, Jim, you actually got yourself back, it looked like, to 4-4 and missed doubles to go 4-4. So from the comeback, your head must have dropped there again. I mean, a topsy-turvy match.
Yeah, like I said, it's lack of practice. I've got to expect that. It's difficult. Like, it's frustrating when you, like, it's such an easy game when you're playing well, and when you're not practicing and it goes like that, it's frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I had good spells again and terrible spells, but that's what it is. That starts, isn't it?
It really is, and I think you've summed it up brilliantly, because you had 3 180s, you had 2 ton plus finishes, including, of course, that shot that's given you the draw right at the end there. Larry overall very consistent, but Larry, it was sort of like, I suppose it was deserving of a draw. Jim had his chances to go 4-4 and missed, and then you had your chance to take that last leg and miss. So I guess it's a leveler.
Yeah, I'm not upset with the draw with Jim. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'll tell you, Larry. I'm sure you're very happy.
I think it's because Jim had to play 2 nights in a row.
It could be a factor, you know, and he's getting on a bit, Larry, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
There's nothing to do with that, Larry.
Larry, you must be very happy with your work. I mean, you've picked up 2 wins and a draw, unbeaten this evening, 5 points on the board for you. And Jim, sorry, Larry, I mean, and Jim, from the point of view of where you were against Joe Chaney, you've picked up 3 points tonight, and I'm sure that last point at the end must be feel like a lot more than 1 point.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I say, now he's been around a long time. He's won a lot of games, so yeah, a draw is great. Yeah, I just need to get my game at the moment. I'm just searching a little bit, so hopefully it'll come.
The good news is for you then, is you now have a week's break. You're back with us this time next week, next Friday, and you're going to be taking on some of your rivals. Probably the key one there is Richard Veenstra. You know, you're good friends with Richard, but big rivals as well, the Dutchman.
Yeah, me and Rich, we've had loads of battles, and we're pretty even, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to have to practice for that one.
Well, we look forward to that.
It's probably my turn to win.
Okay, you heard it here first. It's Jim's turn to win. Jim, have a great week until we see you again. Look after the family. Larry, as far as you're concerned, just 4 days wait before we see you again. You're going to be taking on Paul Hogan, who's obviously going very well so far again and was runner-up in our first remote darts league.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, Justin Thompson, another one of those that's won 3 out of 3. So tough first session there for you and Stacey Pace, your fellow.
Well, they're all tough, Richard. They're all tough.
Well, you're playing it very well. Larry, we're going to wish you a very good night and well done. On the night, certainly the most successful player, so well done to you.
Thank you, Richard. Good night. Always a pleasure.
A pleasure indeed. And that does conclude our evening here on night number 5 of the Geo-Comply Remote Darts League. And as a flick of a switch again, I'm sure our director will show you the league table as it stands. I will refresh things here. And if you look at the table, as we thought, Larry Butler flies up to the top of it with 5 points collected out of 6 here this evening. So top of the table goes Larry Butler. A good night as well for Joe Chaney. He picked up a win over Jim Williams and a win over Lorraine Winstanley. So the points in the bag there. And Jim as well with a win and a draw. So tomorrow night now we focus on 21 hours or so. And we'll be meeting once again Paul Hogan, who is there 100%, 3 out of 3 in his first 3 games. John O'Shea will be joining us. He had a decent start. He's unbeaten. A win and 2 draws. Thibaut Tricol, the Frenchman, will be back, as will New Zealander Tina Osborne. So there it is as it stands. Remember to keep across all of our social media networks, the Facebook page, the Twitter handle, keep following that. And of course, our website, remotedartsleague.com. And we'll see you for another fun evening in, as I say, about 21 hours time. So good evening.